my name is Michelle Hecker-Davis, and I'm a board-certified cognitive specialist and the executive director at the LearningRx Chattanooga Brain Training Center. And this is my 2020 TVFCU LEAP grant submission video. Thank you for this opportunity to have an exciting new resource to help our business grow and thrive, especially during this really interesting year. So I want to tell you a little bit about the history of LearningRx and really what we do. And since a picture is worth 1,000 words, I'm going to try to share on this video the learning model of how our brain works. So there's two parts to learning. There's the process that we go through when we get an input, how our brain processes, and then the knowledge bank is the information or content that we store. And so where a lot of tutoring, teaching type facilities work with giving new content, our brain training center works with actually building the key cognitive skills that are important for learning. So we can build and strengthen attention and working memory and processing speed, these skills that are important for being able to get information and process it efficiently. As well as logic and reasoning, which is important for comprehension and problem solving and math. We work with visual and auditory processing, which are important for reading and spelling and writing. And ultimately understanding that these skills, our brains change and they need exercise. They need to develop those skills to be able to learn. And so we have been training brains in Chattanooga for the past 10 years. And it's just been a really rewarding thing to be able to see students with diagnoses from dyslexia to ADHD to autism, traumatic brain injury, post-stroke adults, people really focusing on improving the way that their brain processes, and what that means for them is really amazing. So part of what our organization does is actually get involved with many other organizations. We work with different counseling or therapy offices to be able to refer clients there if needed. The Speech and Hearing Center, which offers speech, occupational, physical therapy, we can refer to them if needed. And a big part of what I do in my role with the center is networking and making sure we have the resources needed to actually help these people reach their goal, which varies. So the first part of our process is testing to measure where an individual's strengths and weaknesses are, and then customizing training with a personal trainer that's going to individually work on their skills and abilities. And so that's really the service that we provide and what we do. And we connect with many different organizations to do that. So a big part of what I do is volunteering to serve on the board for the Chattanooga Area Brain Injury Association. We were actually able to bring in an amazing neuroscientist to come and speak at the educational conference that we promoted through the Brain Injury Association. I volunteer with many organizations from the Chattanooga Autism Center. I work with the Informal Educators of Chattanooga, which is the zoo and aquarium and all these organizations who are informal educators in our area. We work with certainly the Creative Discovery Museum doing content about neuroplasticity and brain training. With the Girl Scouts, we have some programs. We work with the Chattanooga Autism Center on many of their events and support. And those are, there's so many great nonprofits in Chattanooga. Those are a lot that work with kids that we work very closely with, as well as business organizations like the Chamber of Commerce. We were actually awarded we were a finalist in the Small Business of the Year 1 to 20 employee category in 2015, which was really cool opportunity. And the Better Business Bureau has their Torch Awards for business ethics, and which we were recognized in 2016 for our ethics, which was very cool. Part of my networking also is just working with other small businesses. I'm actually in a referrals group where I'm the acting president this year to be able to really work with these small businesses to support each other and provide resources. We do that in so many ways. We do use local vendors whenever we can. We're service-oriented business, but we have our office outfitted from Office Furniture Warehouse. We provide prizes and games and toys from Mountaintop Toys and LearningRx Toys. Are some partners that we have. We do our local advertising, of course, Local Fair Magazine, we love. WTCI and WUTC, as well as all the local news stations. We go on This and That and 3+U, and we talk about different community events or ways that we can support families as they're, maybe struggling with their new homeschooling that they're doing, or, resources, especially for those who have learning struggles. So that's just an important part of what we do and what we're dedicated to doing. And, as I really was thinking about and excited to apply for this grant opportunity, I know exactly what I would use it for if we were to be awarded any kind of financial contribution. It would go toward continuing education for my staff and credentialing to be able to certify all of my staff members as a board certified cognitive specialist or cognitive coach. And this is an international board certification through the IBCCES, where, the only thing really holding us back is the expense to be able to certify all of my 12 staff members. And once they're all certified, we would actually be the first board certified cognitive center in Chattanooga, and even in all of Tennessee. And so it's a really exciting opportunity for us to grow as our industry grows. Really in the next 3 to 5 years, our industry has really been expanding, will continue to expand. And we know that, a goal that I have is to actually double the number of staff to 24 training staff members, and even get a bigger space. We're by near Hamilton Place right now, in a facility near Bed Bath & Beyond and Five Below, and we have about 1,200 square feet, and we really, really need to grow and expand, and that's something that I see happening in the next 2 to 3 years, really. And so I also intend to extend my reach a little bit to be able to offer consulting services. I'm working on a program to be able to help other cognitive centers experience the same success and growth that we have over the last 10-year period. So there's a lot that we're doing and a lot that we're excited about. And I know this is a short video and I can't go into too much detail yet, but if you have time, I would encourage you to go visit our Facebook page or our Google LearningRx Chattanooga and read some client reviews. The reason that we all do what we do is for the stories that we get to impact lives and hear about changes that we are making in students' lives, increasing IQ 15 to 20 points, improving reading level by 2 years after 6 months of training. These are stories we hear all the time, and it gives me chills thinking about how impactful brain training programs can be for students who struggle. And that's really our mission, what we're about, and I hope I've covered everything. I do thank you again for the opportunity to apply for this grant, and I'll look forward to hearing back from you. Thanks.